I found this fabric for $2 a yard and thought it could be fun to make it look like an expensive Palm Springs party dress. Let's start by drafting our pattern and making it fit form to our mannequin. Now that we've contoured our cotton to our mannequin, we can then draw our style lines out, cut out the pattern, and then cut out our actual fabric. It's now time to stitch the bodice together. For some reason, this is always my favorite part of the process. It's time to press our seams open. This fabric is so gratifying to press. I've now pleated the shoulder piece and we'll do a running stitch with a hand needle, which will keep the pleats in place. The last step is to sew on the lining and the skirt to the dress. We can then hand stitch our shoulder piece to the top of the dress. I decided to also make a waist belt and drive to the middle of Palm Desert to show you guys what this dress looks like in a really great setting. What do you think of this $6 Palm Springs retro party dress?
You guys seem to like these pants I made, and I had some leftover material, so I decided to take some inspiration from the comment section and put them to use. So here's me preparing the panels, got them pinned up, did some sewing, a little bucket with no brim action, and here's the final product. I also made a little matching bag to go with it, so let me know what you guys think.
I am going to challenge myself and try to make a dress made entirely of things found at the Dollar Tree. I did pretty well on my season of Project Runway with this challenge, so I thought I could try it in person as well. The main things that I found were all red and metallic and a lot of black as well, so I thought I could do kind of like a Moulin Rouge inspired costume. For the base, I'm going to use a muslin at the top just because they allowed us to do that on Project Runway, and it also makes for a really good base for the bodice. I started hot gluing the ribbon on the bodice, and I found a good pattern that's going to complement the bust line as well as the bottom of the skirt when it gets going. I also totally burned myself multiple times. For the skirt, I'm going to use this wrapping paper because I think it's going to be a great base, and I went ahead and cut that out, and I actually stitched it together and it held. Now I can't press my seams open, but I'm going to tape them open flat and beautiful like I usually would. I also cheated just a little bit and I added a little bit of a crinoline netting that I had laying around to the bottom of the skirt because I thought it would really sell that can-can Moulin Rouge style dress. What do you guys think about the way this unconventional dress came out? I have to say I'm super stoked on it.
Watch this, y'all. It's my hidden talent. Oh, you want me to do it again?
I made a trip back to my favorite discount fabric store and I found this beautiful embroidered netting and I thought it was the perfect opportunity to make a cottagecore inspired dress. I'm making this dress for my friend Sarah and her maternity photos, and I want this dress to fit her, so I'm going to slash and spread the pattern to her measurements and then I can begin cutting it out. I'm going to sew the lining and the netting of the bodice together around the outside edges to fuse them into one piece. After stitching the sides together, I'm going to serge the edges and then give them a quick press so it's flat and beautiful. I won't be lining the sleeves as I want them to feel nice, light, and airy. Now that the bodice is sewn together, I can then fold it over to create a casing that will hold the elastic. I'm just going to thread the elastic through the top casing using this safety pin. And afterwards we will then stitch the casing closed. I can now begin working on the skirt, which is going to have 3 tiers of this netting and involves so much gathering. I am so happy with the way this dress turned out, and I think my friend looks so beautiful in her maternity photos in this $10 cottagecore dress. It's crazy what you can do with fabric and a little imagination.
I'm so happy, happy-go-lucky me. I just go my way, living every day. I don't worrying's got to be. Things that bother you never bother me. Things that bother you never bother me. I feel happy and fine, ha-ha. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Having got a lot, I don't need a lot, coffee's only a dime. Living in the sunlight, loving in the moonlight, having a wonderful time. Just take it from me, I'm just as free as any daughter.
hear the bumblebees swarm, watching your arm. I love it when you look my way. Look at you, strawberry blonde, fields rolling on. I love it when you call my name. Can you hear the bumblebees swarm, watching your arm? I love it when you look my way. Look at you, strawberry blonde, fields rolling on.
Hey guys, so I saw the new Frozen movie and I loved this dress. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna do it. I need it. I want it. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna show you how I do it. So I went on a Joann's and I was originally gonna do like a top and a skirt separately, but then I couldn't really find a skirt pattern that I wanted. So then I went to Bridal and they kind of had a dress that kind of worked that I would still have to make adjustments to. And then I looked a little bit more and I just decided to go into Google and see if there were any patterns or anything like that someone had already made. So then it took me to Etsy and it took me to this girl who's Ann Cosplay, I think. And she had this dress and the pattern was online and I thought it was so cute and it's like basically what I wanted. I'm gonna have to make a few adjustments to it. It also doesn't quite fit my size because I'm thick. So I went and bought it anyway. I downloaded the files and basically these files are just sheets of paper that I have to put together. So that'll be what I'll be doing next.
Day 4 of making Elsa's white dress. This part's gonna be a wild ride. First, we're gonna cut our pattern pieces. Here are our skirt pieces. We're gonna do 2 dye baths. One for the front and one for the back. I was able to make purple. I don't hate it, so I'm gonna make a second set of sleeves in this color. And now we wait. Now that it's dry, it's time for the embroidery. Quickie break. We're gonna sew our darts in. Now stitch the front together. Stitch your skirt together. I'm gonna sew the bodice to the skirt.
I thrifted this dress recently to upcycle and I originally was going to keep it as one piece, but then I decided it looked a little too like I love America and that's not really my vibe. So I separated it and I took in the skirt a little bit to make it more straight fit instead of A-line, and then basically I took in more of the back and I wanted to reattach the zipper, but I fucked it up so bad. And after like hours of frustration, my mom walked in and she said, "Why didn't you just make it a cute little wrap skirt?" And I said, "I don't know. I wish I thought of that too." But I added little slits to show you guys what I wanted it to look like, and I moved on to the top. So I took in the sides a little bit to make it fit better. I cut off the back and just folded it in like that and took the extra fabric and made these little loopy things to have a lace up back. And then my vision was taking this little handkerchief and ruffling it up and sewing it in place along the bottom and then making that little strap out of handkerchief. And then here's the final products. I love the pattern of the skirt, but I don't know, it's just like not my favorite thing ever. But I love the shirt. I think it came out so cute.
I'm the bad guy.
Duh.
My girlfriend loves vintage clothing, so I'm gonna transform this vintage 90s Ralph Lauren polo. We're gonna make this into a crop top scrunchie set. So we're gonna cut it right about here and use this leftover part for the scrunchie. So right now we're gonna hem this little edge right here so that it doesn't unravel and become all ugly. We're gonna fold it over just like that and then do a zigzag stitch. Now with the leftover scrap, I'm gonna cut out the section I wanna use for the scrunchie. Now I'm gonna take some elastic and a safety pin to thread the scrunchie. Yo, she is gonna love this thing. This thing came out so good. This vintage 90s Ralph Lauren crop top set.
Bitch, I'm the boy. Who the fuck is you, nigga? SOB the gang. Y'all ain't fucking with my crew, nigga. Day ones only. I don't really